Okay. We have 5 here, yeah. Okay, we have Tiga. Okay, that's cool. All right, so guys, Tiga, we have you on the call. Are you there with us? Okay, so yeah, so today we are going to be looking at we'll be serving static files in Node.js. So just to be able to see our HTML and CSS, be able to see them live on the server. So when a user hits our, let's assume our website, or yeah, when the user hits our website, they see our HTML pages and then our CSS to alongside. So yeah, that's it. I'm trying to get this trying to get the folders set up, and then I'm trying to also include the files. Okay, so is public folder? We don't have one. Okay. So I'm just going to jump straight into the code. VS Code. Yeah, David. Okay, not here actually, but so just get it opened up. All right, close this guy. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I think this is where we stopped the last time, right? So our API is working, and then we've set up our MVC file directories. We have our controller, we have our model, we have our views. So yeah, so today we're going to be putting a file in this view. Okay. Let me just open up that file. So we have web templates here. We have HTML. So grab everything here. Create an HTML page in my view. So index HTML file. Stick there. So yeah, so if you also have your HTML and CSS pages, you can just put the HTML inside the views directory, and then for the CSS, you can't leave CSS here. So you're going to, for the CSS, you're going to have a folder called public in the root directory. So public, notice it's in the root directory. It's not within any folder at all. So yeah, you have it there. So inside our public, that is where your CSS and then your JavaScript goes into. So let's just say, okay, as a matter of fact, we can actually leave them in the root directory, I mean, inside of the public. That's the root directory of public. We can drop them in there. But also, yeah, you can also create a folder, CSS for now. Yeah. So, well, for now, I'm not going to put this style of CSS within it. So I'm going to put it in later. Okay, yeah. So, David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right, cool. Okay, so for the HTML, yeah, let it be. So I'm going to save it and then close it up. So yeah, we have our user controller. Let me dock this guy. So we have our user controller where we have all our route handlers. So and they are very much functional. Like they are working. Right, close it up. So first thing, let's check our index.js. Let's see what we have for our home page, like the root directory. Let's see what we are serving for now. So I don't think we're serving anything for the root directory, are we? Okay, yeah, so for the root directory here, I have app.get/ make this bigger a bit. Okay. Yeah, for the root directory, which is the forward slash. That's when they hit our localhost 3000. Yeah. So we have user.homepage. So I'm going to check my user controller, and don't forget the user is coming from up here. So when you see it's a variable assigned to the user controller. So I'm just going to take that guy off. So now I'm going to go straight into my user controller. I'll check for the home page. Yes. So this is home page. So what I'm basically doing here is I created a function. Don't forget it's a middleware function. Like it's an handler. Is it an handler? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's for the root directory. What I'm basically doing here is I say rest.render, and this index stands for the index.html. Each time you use render, it's basically rendering. You surely want to use it to render a page like a static file. It could be maybe index.html file, or it could be maybe EJS file, or any template engine. So first, we are going to be serving HTML file. So you can include the what's it called, the extension of the file, and you can also skip it. So for now, let's just test. Let's just test this guy. So kick off the server. npm run dev. I think I have a dev script. Okay. So yeah, I think our server, started. Okay, pretty much would love to work with this. But yeah, let's just stick to this guy. So let's check our localhost 3000 now. Yeah, so this is our localhost 3000. Let's see what it displays. Oh yeah, okay. So we have a biography of somebody. I don't know what this is. I think the title is like John Doe. So I'm assuming that this page does not have any CSS yet. That's why it's like this. So let's go back to the code base. So we've successfully been able to serve our first HTML page. So let's see how that's happened. Go straight to the index.js. So yeah, this is it. This is basically the line of code that is performing that magic. So I have app.use here, and notice I told it inside of app.use I called another middleware. So don't forget app.use is a function. Yeah, is a function. Let's say a method sitting on top of Express, like this Express here. So after instantiating Express to app.js, then we did app.use. So app.use is a method on top of Express, and that's this use method. It's a middleware function. So it's when I say middleware function, we already talked about middleware. We said middleware is a function that gets executed before the route handler. So yeah, this is a middleware function. This is a function that accepts middlewares. So anything you're going to put in app.use is always going to be a middleware. So you can have multiple middlewares within app.use. So it takes in middleware as parameter. And express.static is a middleware also. So this is it here now. Express.static means that it helps Express to know where your static files are. So you're telling Express, oh, I want to use static file, and they'll be in this folder. So for now, we have ./views. These are views as static file. Well, if you are to use, or if let's say you want to use maybe a view engine, let's what's it called, a template engine. So let's say you want to use a template engine, you wouldn't be doing express or static and then pointing it to your views directory. Instead, this is what you would do up here. Instead, you tell Express that you want it to set the view engine to the type of view engine that you want to use. In this case, I wrote EJS here because it's the view engine I like using, to be honest. That's the view engine I use. So after telling it that, oh, also don't forget, we also have, I think we have handlebars and we have other types too. So for handlebars, I think the extension will be HBS for handlebars. So it's just basically going to be index dot HBS, but then we are not using it. So in EJS case, it's going to be index.ejs. That's for our index file. So for any other file, it's going to be like the file name with the extension of EJS or the template engine extension. So let's just so this is it. This is basically to just set your view engine to EJS, and then you also set the view directory. Don't forget this is it app.set views to the view directory where your where your index, I mean where your template files are. So it's just going to be basically slash views because it's in the root directory here. But then we are not using anything like a templating engine yet. So that's why I just commented it out. So since we're working with just HTML and HTML is not a template engine, so we can't use app.set view engine to HTML, it won't work. And don't forget, if you want to use, let's say any templating engine, you have to install them. So if you want to use EJS as a templating engine, you have to install EJS. So yeah, we'll just work with this. HTML is a static file, so that's why we're serving it as a static file. So our views, we're going to be having all our HTML codes there. So also for the CSS, notice we have a public directory here too. So for the CSS, I mean, for the files inside of public. So ideally, the files inside your public directory are what is expected to be your static files. That's it. So normally you don't do for, you don't serve, your, let's say, templating engine as a static file. Instead, you serve them as a templating engine by using this app.set view engine to the templating engine, and then setting the view directory to. So in our own case now, since we are not using any templating engine, we'll just stick to, we'll just serve our, what's it called, our HTMLs as templates, as static files. So yeah, also this other line to app.use express or static. Don't forget we are serving every file inside the public directory as a static file. So the reason why we're doing this is we're letting Express know that it's a static file. That these are all our static files. These are the folders they will be in. So that gives us it gives us flexibility when we are working. So let's assume in this our HTML page now. Yeah, I'm inside my HTML. Okay, let me just hide all these guys. So I'm inside my HTML file now. This is HTML code. This is quite long, so I might have to just take off some here. So yeah, okay. Maybe I should just leave it. Let me just leave it for now. Okay, so yeah. God, this is long. Let me jump to the top. Okay, so if I want to include our CSS here now, don't forget we already told Express to use the public directory as our static file where we'll be taking our static file from. So that gives us the flexibility here to not what's it called? To not include the public directory each time we want to like point to where our public assets are. So in this case now, let me bring up the sidebar. So if you see on the right hand pane here, we have views, and then we are inside views folder. Our HTML code is there, right? So how can we get to inside of this public directory and take out our CSS there? So yeah, of course, we'll have to like first of all get out of the views directory, right? So don't forget this is its link ref style sheet, and then the okay, so yeah, we have link relationship style sheet, and we have the href, which is the hyperlink reference. So we're going to have to get out of the, what's it called, the views directory. And then after getting out of the views directory, normally what we'll do is, since after getting out of the view directory, we're in the root directory of our, I mean, the folder inside of our folder. And then from here, we can just easily say, okay, we want to get straight inside of public and then get out our CSS there, style.css, right? So yeah, ideally, this is what you would do. But then since, well, let me just save it and let's test it like this. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna reload. Okay, after reloading, we see our CSS is not taking any effect. We've not seen the changes here yet. Okay, let me double check and see if, okay, I think this CSS is for this HTML file. So yeah, so the reason why we are not seeing any effect yet is we told Express that, okay, we are serving public assets from, we're serving static assets from the public directory. So then Express allows us to skip the name of the public directory each time we want to get files out of it. So let's just save it this way after taking off the public directory part and then reload, see what happens. Still the same thing, yeah. Okay, let's debug them. Okay. Coming. So yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So Mr. Morgan. Is it Morgan Martins? Sorry. Mr. Martins, welcome.
Thank you, boss. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay, let's see what is happening here. I have to be sure that, okay, I need to be sure that this is the same. Okay, let me just bring in the HTML, the CSS file. Let me bring it in and compare it. So yeah, it's supposed to work, but for some reasons it has chosen not to work. So we'll have to troubleshoot it ourselves. See why it's not working. Okay, this is body, head. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Yeah. Let me show this. Grab this guy. Take you off. Come there. Paste it in. Okay, yeah. So let's check here again. Okay, still the same thing. All right, let me just see. Front-end things is somehow. Let's see. Start with CSS because it's MIME type as HTML. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think we have to tell it to type. Come on, adding a new line. So yeah, I think it's text/CSS. Yeah. So let's see what happens. Okay, you're still getting the same thing. Come on. Okay. Jump out of here. Okay. Coming. Static. Should I be enabling MIME types on this? Okay. Damn. This is supposed to work in it. Okay, take you off first. Of course, it's not going to work. I don't expect it to work. Okay. Damn. Oh, shit. Public directory. Grab that guy. Save. I'm still getting the same thing. Okay. Refuse to apply style from public style.css. Let's see. Cannot get. Of course. Okay. I'm going to have to do this myself. Yeah. I think. I think this is it, all right? Text slash CSS, yeah. Then the style sheets. I really get this kind of. Okay, maybe we'll just use Google then. Let's use paths to join. Let's see. Do we have paths? No. So it's basically okay. Render it and write this guy here. So I think 7 static files. For some reason, I'll have to use the Google. Where's express.com, is it? So yeah, if you go to express.js site, you're going to of course see how to serve it. So here, this is it, app.use, express static, public, and then files to use multiple static asset directories. So yeah, that which is what we are doing. To use multiple static directories is how you do it. The first one, the second one. Okay, but then okay, let's see. So app.use static express static to create virtual path prefix where the path does not actually exist in the file system. Okay, yeah, this one. Next. So static express part of join directory public. Yeah, okay, here they served HTML file, yeah, which is what we did also. They served HTML. So yeah, but then why are we getting such errors? Oh, I don't really know what's going on. Okay, maybe I'll just, oh, this is not nice though. Okay, take public off, take you off, take you off. I'm sure it's not the directory issue that we're having. I mean, it's not the file location that we're having issues with. Oh yeah. Why couldn't it fetch it from there then? Are you serious? I think we have the wrong we have the wrong file though. Yeah, but then it's working, right? But this isn't the page I wanted to use, but then we have something on the page here. So yeah, we've successfully served our static files, but this is not the one we're going to use. But then this thing is still baffling me. Why can't we grab assets from the public directory? Okay, so I think I'll put in the CSS. Okay, so maybe we'll just have to like instruct Express very well. I think let's see. Express is static. Okay, bring in parts. So let's just bring in parts, const parts, and require parts. So I already told you before, parts is basically for managing directories, right? You use parts for managing directories in your file system. It has a lot of functions, I mean methods rather. So you just have to like get familiar with it. So in this case, we just say parts dot parts dot resolve, yes. Still the same thing, public. Still the same thing that we're doing. So for resolve, let's go on it. So parts, the rightmost parameter is considered to other parameters are considered starting from leftmost. So what part dot resolve does is wherever you are inside, if you like be inside 10 folders, like inside, let's assume that we're inside controller, now we're inside user, or we're inside controller, and then we have another folder inside controller, then we have another folder inside that folder too. Anytime you do path.resolve, it points straight to the root directory here inside the main folder, that it points straight to the outermost like the root directory of the folder that all your files are. That's where it points straight to. So it allows you to like save that stress of going backward, like putting double full stop, double full stop. So it gives you that flexibility. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's what's it called? Let's manipulate this a bit. Though I really want to use Express to serve it. So let's go back one step, do it like this again. Let's check it. We're still getting the same error. All right, we'll come back to that. Okay, let's see. Really? No. All right, so let's just grab our guy and drop him here. So it should work like this. Okay. So, Mr. Martin. Mr. Martins. Forgive me. Mr. Martins. Can you guys hear me? So this is the one I wanted to grab before.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So yeah. This as so let's cd go back, git clone. No, clone. Make sure you spell that well. I'm sure you guys know how to use git. So git isn't a big deal. So xdg, I'm just going to open up. Right. Come on. Okay. Oh, it has opened. Okay, so yeah, where's that guy? No intro contacts. Yes, this is what I needed. God, we're having problem here. CSS. So actually, the CSS, the file I wanted to use wasn't the one I got. So I'm just going to go straight inside here. Oh, come on. Views. Take this one off. Paste this here. So come here. Grab the HTML. Go back. Okay. So views. Paste. Yeah, overwrite it. Replace. I'll just replace that. And now the problem is we have image for this guy. Then Express will not allow us to do what we want to do. Now let's just keep trying. So public, paste this here. Okay, yeah, so I have too much files opened, and too much application. Close this guy. I have in 3. Okay, yeah, so that's that. To jump back to the code. Everything should still work, right? Steps like this. Oh, come on. Refresh. Oh, where are we? Yeah, refresh. Ah, nice. We have this guy. Meanwhile, the image is displaying and then coming. I think there's kind of magic happening here. So the image is displaying and I don't think I served. I don't think I set the, and okay, so this is it. It points straight to this place and oh, okay. Let me just move this guy back to public. So now we have CSS there. Let's try one more time. I don't know why we're having that issues before. Okay, save it. Refresh. I think it's working now. It's working now. So that's all right. Let me just check again. Let me check the console. Let's see what we have here. So we no longer have that error message. That is really a bad file, to be honest. Okay, so okay. We have relationship style sheets. Okay. Let me put double full stop there to just get out of this views directory first and see what happens. Refresh, and then it's still working. Are you kidding me? Let me be sure. I want to open this in incognito mode. And where is that guy? Okay, yeah, paste it here. Check it. Okay, then it's still working. So I think something was wrong with that code. I mean, the first one I used. Okay, so yeah, we have our image. So as a matter of fact, let's do double backslash check. Yeah, it's still working. So that's what we're supposed to do before. Okay, yeah, so now we've served our static file. So I'm going to check back. See, yeah, we have part of resolve public, and then we have expression static views read view directory. So yeah, everything is working perfectly here. So do you guys have any question? Mr. Martins and David, please, do you have any question?
Not yet for me.
Okay, David.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said not yet from my side.
Oh, okay, that's David. All right, Martins, Mr. Martins, please. No, Mr. Abiola, we have you here too. Okay, that's cool. So, please, do anybody have any question? I mean, does anyone have any question? Okay, so in the absence of any question at all, I would say that you all understood what we've been doing so far, so that's good. So yeah, now I want to work on this form now. So we want to process this form data. So when we enter, when we fill the form, yeah, let me just get this last name, put it here. I have a message. So after like doing all these things now, and then we hit submit, what we want to do is we want to like process this form data and then we save it inside somewhere. So that's what we'll be doing for now. And then if time permits us, after this, we'll just like reformat this form, like we'll like edit it and have a maybe a sign up page, and then we'll edit it again and have a login page. So we'll be working with, if we have time to do that, then we're going to be working with Bcrypt. So we'll hash the password coming from the user, and then before storing the password. Okay, so yeah, let's just quickly jump into it. So yeah, now we have our form data, right? So let's check the form. Yeah, that's first thing we want to do since we've served the file. So now I want to process the form. So the first thing we'll do is uh, check where the form is, and then tell it to come in. Then the form is somewhere deep. So we have this. I'm trying to shrink it and have just only the form. Okay, so I think this is the form. So this person didn't use a form attribute. Wow, this is weird. Okay, so we'll just let's just put a form tag in it. Form, yeah, like that. Lots of messages coming in. Okay, here too, form. So yeah, for form now, since we want to process the form ourselves, or since we are going to be processing the form, so of course we want to give it an attribute. I mean, like an action. So this action is basically the URL where the form sends its data to. So what we are going to be, I think we should go to /user, or should we /contact? Let's go to /contact. So this is the contact. So we'll have like we'll have an endpoint that is waiting for this form to come in on /contact. So yeah, another thing you want to do is give it an act. Is it a method? So method by default is going to be like, I think, okay, by default is post since it's a form. So also you want to like edit it, you can give it post. So with this post now is basically the request type. So yeah, and also don't forget for each input tag, you always want to have a name attribute there. What happened? Okay. So for each input tag here or tags, you want to have a name attribute there, and make this name attribute is going to be like it's basically going to be the name of the field, and then I mean the name of the key, and then its value is going to be like the value. Since we are getting it as an object, it must have a key and a value, right? So for the name, this first name here, that's the value of this name attribute is going to be the key, right? What you put inside of this name attribute is going to be the key, and then the value of whatever the user types in is going to be like the value when it comes into us. So we have a key and a value. So I just click on something. So let's get back here. So yeah, so here now, if I type in Remuleko for the first name, so it's going to be like name or first name equal to then the what was typed in. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be processing that. So let's make sure that each of these input field has a name attribute. So last name. Notice I'm camel casing it. Well, you can do it any way you like, but don't forget you can't have space between them. Okay, so you can use underscore. Yeah, you can use anything, but don't have space. For this text area, so a name of, let's use message. Okay, yeah, so now let's go straight into our, okay, so now we don't want to work inside of the user controller again. So inside our controller, we create another file there called contact.js. So in our contact.js, let's export, for the first one, export so this is not like what we were doing before. So should we say create or contact us? So yeah, let's just have create or let's say process form. So yeah, let's just give it process form, and then I'm going to be using ES6 here. So ES6 syntax, yes, res. So don't forget there are different types of different ways to creating functions. So of course you can have function like this. You can have it like this and like this. So since it's anonymous function, yeah, there are different ways. You can use ES5 syntax and then use this one I'm using here, which is ES6 syntax. So yeah, so after that, process form. Basically, what we want to do is everything we are trying to get is going to be inside request.body, right? No, I don't need all this code they are showing me. Copilot, are you serious? So we need to like look for a place to save it. So let's go back to our model. Don't forget we have a database here somewhere here. I have a database. So now I think since we can't use this, maybe we should just export different things out of here. So instead of modules export, let's just say export user database, right? So before we're exporting just the entire file, we're exporting the entire file as just this array here. So now I want to export an object out of it. So export dot contact database, then it's going to be empty for now. Yeah. So guys, do you have any questions? Please throw it at me or show them at me if you have questions. Mr. Martin, are we still together? So process form. Mr. Martin, are we together? David, are we together? Abiola?
Yeah, we're together.
Okay, so here now we'll have to bring in that that database const, let's say DB, I'll call it DB, yeah. So require, where is it? So just go back one step, jump straight into model, then slash database. So what we want to do here is, of course, we can do db dot, as a matter of fact, yeah, we can do, so first thing, after getting the form, let's say const. So yeah, we'll just destructure it like this. We can do it like this, destructuring. This might be confusing, but it's equivalent to doing const name and then like this request or body dot name. So it's equivalent to writing it one by one like that. And then we'll have const email and say request or body dot email, and then for message, we can then still have it like this. So everything is equivalent to doing it this way, but see we three lines to just export this thing. I mean 3 lines to just get all these things out of the request body. So yeah, you can just do basically object destructuring. You can read about it. So how to destructure JavaScript object. Are you there? Okay. Yeah, that's what he said. So that's I thought what's it called? Copilot is actually going to give me the link to. Oh, thank you. So this is basically how to destructure it too. But you guys can also read about them. I think just type this how to destructure objects in JavaScript, type it on the internet or on the browser, then you get this thing there. So yeah, that's what we're doing for now. So maybe we should check if Okay, this is cool. That's if not name. That's if name is undefined, or if it's empty or so, or if email is empty or undefined or null, stuffs like that. Yeah. So if it's false, so if name is false, or if email is false, or if message is false, that's if they are not true. So let's say you write if and then you put the name here. It's going to say if name is true, that's if there's a value within name, that's if name has a value. It's okay, it's just equivalent to doing if name equal to that, if name is not null or undefined. So it's equivalent to doing something like this: if name is not null, and if name is not undefined, and if name is not empty. So it's equivalent to that. This is just a shorthand. So yeah, so if there's a value in, so this says if there's no value in name, and if, or this double pipe stands for or if there's no value in email, or if there's no value in message. So we're not going to, okay, so rest.render, no, we don't need this one. It's assuming that we are using a templating engine. Of course we are not, but let's see. Error message. So what do? We don't have an error page. So how do we throw this error? Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can just have, okay, so let's have another page here. We can just call this, let's call this success. Success.html, of course, HTML. I'm just going to have a basic HTML tag here. Yeah, HTML5 snippet. Okay, so we can just put in h2. So we say message. Okay, can anybody come up with an idea of what to write here? Okay, so thank you for contacting us. We would get back to you shortly. Yeah, like that. Back to you shortly. So let's have a link here, href, that takes them back to the contact us page. So go back home. There's no bootstrap. Would have used bootstrap to quickly style this thing. Let's just do inline styling. So just a color blue. Of course, it's going to be blue. Just a text decoration. You can say none. And then wait. So you guys know how your front end works now. So yeah, you can just use your front end skill here and design it anyhow you like. So yeah, am I doing this in href? Wow, okay. No wonder. So yeah, we have this here, and then we have font size. Meanwhile, we have CSS. Could have used CSS to draw this font size 20 pixels. So just want it to be bigger so that you can see it. So yeah, are you guys still with me? So similarly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying only David's voice. Is Abiola even here? Error. Oh God, this JavaScript thing. So we have. So yeah. Meanwhile, we can also use JavaScript to do it in terms like what I'm trying to say is you can make the page not reload and then just send it asynchronously and use JavaScript to process it. So when they send when they click this thing, the send message button, the send message button, you can choose not to like redirect them to another page. You can choose to do it inside that single page. Just use JavaScript to like stop the page reload, process the data, and then send them a success message or display success message in an HTML tag for them. Or perhaps you can even use your Bootstrap to just bring it up. Bootstrap, what's it called? Bootstrap model. So sorry, you can. Uh, I don't know what to write here. Okay. Sorry, we cannot process your inputs. Yeah, okay. So we can have color. Oh yeah, star first. So star color, we can have red. And then for the success message, of course, we can have green, regardless of how it looks. Star, okay, star color green. All right, so let's just go back here for the contact. So s.render won't render error. So that's basically what we want to do. So if they bring in bad inputs, if there's no name, if there's no email, if there's no message, okay, we'll just send them this error page here. Why is it like this? Save. Okay, sorry. So yeah, we render this error page. Okay, let's say else render, of course, is res.render success page. So yeah, let's test this in action now. Oh yeah, so if and we can choose to like let's push to our database. So db.contact database dot push. Let's push an object there. Name, email, message. So just push that there, right? Yeah, so we push that there. And we show the success message. Okay, so now we've done this now. So this processes the form contact. So yeah, we check if there's no name, if there's no email, no message. If there's no name or there's no email or there's no message, that's cool. So we just render the error page, and then else we just save it, push it to our database, and then res.render, we show them the success screen, the success what's it called? We show them the success file or HTML page contact. So we want to require the contact page from the controller. Yeah, so that's it. So after that, we scroll down. So let's say, okay, here, immediately after make this guy closer to each other. So after this, our user field here, we say app.use. No, not app.use, app.post, right? Slash contacts dot. So let's try this. Let's see. Okay. It's post, right? Yeah. All right, let's try it. Let's go to so don't forget we have slash contact here. If you check our index file, our form is submitting to slash contact page, right? And it's a post request. So action on the form is slash contact and it's a post request. So let's check the browser now. Reload. So let's type in a name, last name. Hello dear. Let's hit this. We need to check. Let's check this button. This is actually submitting button type submit. Yeah, okay. Why is it not showing any sign of submit? Oh. All right, where is the form? Okay, the button inside the form type submit, right? Okay. And why is it not even behaving like a submit button? We'll hover on it, paste, hit send, nothing happens. That's weird. This is very weird. Wow. Okay, let's hack this. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Why are we not? Why is it not submitting? As a matter of fact, there are lots of things here. Oh yeah, form isn't spelled properly. The form wasn't spelled properly before. Okay, check the closing tag. Okay, it's better now. Refresh. Okay. So yeah, are you guys following? Anybody? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, that's cool. I think that's David's voice. It's proactive. So yeah, let's click this guy now. So what happens? So it processes our data and no default engine was specified and no extension was provided. Okay. So as you can see, we have it on our slash contact page, right? So this is because I guess an error that said no default engine was used and we didn't specify what's it called. We did not specify an extension. So I think it's for only index that we can do that thing. So let's just give these guys a file extension so that it knows that it's an HTML file that we are rendering. Come on, come type. Okay, yeah, let's just go back. Back to our page. Audu Moses, please mute yourself. All right, thank you. So let's try that again. Hello world. That's basically what we all know. World isn't spelled correctly, but it's fine. Let's hit our send button. Cannot find I cannot find module HTML. So I think this render is basically used for rendering what's it called? Okay. Why are we having this? Okay, let's just use send file. All right, let's use send file. So we can use send file to send a file to the page. So let's try this guy. From here, we'll know our problem. We'll know if it's really the module or it's the file parts I cannot locate. All right, so okay, say hello world again. We'll never get tired of typing that. Send part must be absolute or okay. I'm just going to bring in part here. Where are we? Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's just put, since we're inside controller folder, so, and then we're not rendering, we're not using any templating engine, so we have to be specific here. So we'll just jump out of the controller folder, and then we'll be out here. So let's see. Here, let's resend it. Let's resubmit here. Let's resubmit again. Still getting the same error. Okay. Let's bring in Pat. So Pat is our main guy, so we can trust him. So const Pat require Pat, right? Pat. This blasting me with messages here. Yeah, let's bring in Pat. So after that, send file. We want to be specific where our file is now. But since we have Pat here, so pat.resolve, I told you before, it goes straight to the root directory. For now, let's even be extra, let's be super specific. Let's go straight into views. And then, is it error? Yeah, error.html. Let's spell that right. Yeah, I did. Okay. So send file part.resolve. Yeah, okay. Let's get out here. Views. I'm being specific here, like very, very specific. Okay, so now everything has gone worse. Where is our console? All right, so console must have been telling us some things that we've not been paying attention to. Cannot find module part. Where? I use part here. Isn't this part? Oh, okay, didn't spell it right. I mean, God, I gave it a space there. So, all right, reload. What are we getting? Yeah, sorry, we cannot process your inputs. That's cool. Yeah, so we have something here at least. So let's go back. So now we have our contact us page ready to submit, ready to be processed. Yeah, let's use that word, ready to be processed. So let's pass in our message, hello world, submit. Sorry, we cannot process. Nice, thank you. So they can't process our inputs. Let's just look for let's look for what is wrong. Let's log console.log request.body. So let's know if we're actually getting anything from them. I'm just going to like resubmit this form. Okay. So look at our console. There's nothing coming from the body. We posted something, right? Let's check back again. Index. What type of request did we use here? This post, is it? Yeah, it is. Contact. So for some reason, we are not getting anything. Where you with express.json, I think it's running one. Use express a URL encoded false. Yeah, that's what was missing. So yeah, okay. Resubmit. Yep, now we have it in our console. What page are we getting here? Sorry, we cannot. Thank you. No problem. No problem. We'll just work on that. But for now, we have some things here in our console. So the messages are actually delivering. Okay, so yeah, express.json body pass. Okay, it allows. Yeah, it allows Express to like send us this guy as a JSON file, and so it's URL encoded. Tells it whether to like. Okay, wait. The extend option allows to choose between passing the URL encoded data with the query string library when false, or the query string library when true. With the query string library or the QS library. Okay. 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 Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's let's debug this. Why are we getting all these stories? This red something. Sorry, we cannot process your. Okay. Let's name. Let's negate this guy. So let's say it's false. So if it's false, throw error. If it's true. All right, let's see. Let's just send this to the server. Sorry, we cannot process your inputs. True. So if true or if false. Okay. This true. Okay, let's see. Take this guy off. So what exactly are you? You false before. Let's resend this. It was undefined. What's happening? I thought we got something. Okay. Let's try request.body. What's going on here? What exactly found? Okay, refresh, check it. Oh yes. My bad, I made mistake. Yeah, I did mistake. So don't forget, we actually don't have email, name, email, and all these things. We only have message, last name, and first name. I think that was the problem. So first name, we actually forgotten last name and message. I was just wondering why we're getting undefined. Okay, so this is going to be first name. That didn't come out well. So first name. Yep. First name. So this is going to be last name in place of email, and then we negate it. We say if it's false. Yeah. So yeah, like this. All right. Here to want to manipulate we're saving all this nonsense before. So let's correct this part. We need to correct, when we call db.contact database.push, we want to make sure we're pushing the right message, or yeah, the right data. So yeah, let's check now. Let's resubmit the form. Okay, nice. Success.html not found. Isn't this success? Why is it not seeing it? Oh, okay. We don't need to go back one step, two steps. How on earth? How on earth is it working? Okay, let's just say it's working here. Praise God. Reload. Now we get success. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, but then we still have to use views. Oh, I've forgotten. Don't forget, like I mentioned before, I said path.resolve takes you back from whichever directory you are, takes you outermost, takes you to the root directory of the file, the entire project. Yeah, takes you to the root directory of the entire project. So when we call path.resolve here, we're in the root directory. So what we just have to do is enter inside of views, right? That's what we did here. So we just entered inside of views and then take out our success.html there. So that's it. Yeah, just that's it. So for now, that's just what we can do on this guy. So do we have anybody that don't understand or has a question? Does anyone have a question? David, any question? David, no question.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, no question for now.
Moses, any question? Abiola, no question. Okay, Mr. Martins.
Sorry, I don't even know where we are. I've not been stable because of work.
Okay, so you're just going to like watch the thing again,
Watch
right?
the video again.
And then if you have any question, you can just drop it on the mentors.
All right.
Ask a mentors channel, okay? Or you can even reach out to me personally if
no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Let's assume that we didn't pass in a message and we hit send. We get the sorry we cannot process your input page. Okay, that's cool for now. So yeah, should we use JavaScript to display the error message right inside of this page? Well, yeah, you can rely.
Yes.
Well, Abiola said yes, right? Moses, what about you? Well, nothing from Moses, so let us know. Okay, coming, let me just stress myself a bit here. Right. All right. Okay, yeah. What should we do next? Let's go straight inside of this index.html and then we go to the bottom of the page. I'm coming. Okay, give me a sec. Jesus. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. So let's just process this asynchronously. We have our script. Yeah. You guys should really be practicing your JavaScript, yeah, because we're not supposed to be doing front-end JavaScript again. So const form document.query selector. Well, I think I'm pretty much good with front-end too when it comes to JavaScript. So on that add event listener. So that's it. We grab the form element, we add event listener on it, it says submit, and then the next thing we like take in that event is it event object. Sorry, I'm coming. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah. So that's we just console. Let's first thing first. For the page not to reload, first thing we want to do is prevent default. Prevent the default behavior of the browser. We'll tell it not to like send it to the server. So let's test it. So refresh first, and then put in the name, fill it. Well, regardless of anything. So if you just hit submit, by default it's going to like reload the page, and then you're going to see something like /contact on the browser. Yeah, we've been seeing that before. So let's just hit the submit now. I'm sure nothing will happen. See, nothing happens. I'm hitting it, clicking, nothing's happening. So let me just open the console. So I'm just saying, I'll say console.log. Where's the log? So e.targets. So let's just log the target. Of course, it's going to be maybe the button or so. Right? Are we seeing this like this? Tablets. Let's choose iPhone 6. Yeah. And this is very small. It's not even responsive. All right. So reload. So it's not responsive. So when I click this submit button, check the console, we see the yeah, we see the form. Okay, so the target is the form. So we get the form here. Yeah, we get the form inside of the console. Yeah, that's cool. So now we can what can we do? So let's just grab the let me just test target dot first name. So what we are doing here, this target of first name, what I think it's going to do is it's going to call target. Don't forget, target is the form element, right? So this first name, it's the name of the first input there. It's a name of an input there. Don't forget, we had a name. Yeah, there's an input field which we gave a name attribute called name. Don't forget. So yeah, that's what this is going to target. So target the first name. Let's see if I'm not wrong. Let's see it. So refresh. So yeah, let me just hit submit. Check my console. Come on, console, where are you? So yeah, now we have it here. You can see the name is first name, right? So that's it. We've been able to target the first name. So that's what we want to do for the rest of them. So can we even destructure? Come in. Let's see if we can destructure. First, can spell first name. Yeah, let's just do first name, last name first. Just say e.target. Since it's an object, why can't we destructure it? Right? I'm guessing, let's just see. I haven't tried this before, but name. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Okay.
yeah, sure.
All right. So that's cool. So refresh again. We hit where's it? We hit the button again twice this time, I think. Let's check the console. Did it work? No, it didn't work, and then we didn't get any error message. This phone isn't responsive. I mean, this site isn't responsive. I'm just going to. Where the heck is this? Choose a tablet mode. Wow. Wow, this is bad. It's not responsive at all. Okay, let me just hit this button again. Hit. Nothing. Wow. Oh, I think it's refreshing the page. Too bad. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Like, very bad. God. Let's go back to our local host, please. Yeah. Okay, so we can't destructure. That's good. Fair enough. So we just have to target them one after the other. Dot first name. So give it a const. Grab this out. Okay, we do it like this, like this. Yeah, 3 times. So last. So this guy too. 1, 2, LA. Yeah, 3 last name. Okay. It's going to be like for the message, right? Message. Copy you. Not correct. Message. Is that correct spelling for message? Yeah, I think it is the correct spelling. So yeah, okay. So all these things now we've been able to get all this what's it called? All these tags out of the DOM, right? So we come here, we say okay, say this, and then we check the console. Okay, so I have to hit enter. I mean submit. Okay, yeah. So we have the message. Okay, so after all these things now, so we need the value, right? It's the actual value that we need. We don't just need the tags. So what we can do is we can just have an object, say const, call it payload. I don't know, you can call it anything. So actually, let me just put dot value here. Dot value. Is it the value? Yeah, okay, it's an input, so that's the value. Dot value, and this should have the value too, I guess. So after that, console.log. No, that's not spelling of console, is it? Console. Yeah, let's log for the message. I'm not so sure about the messages. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure about the message. The value I put on the message, but then let's test. Reload the page. Come on, are we slow? Okay, so let's just type in a value on the message. Hit enter. Okay, yeah, so we get the value. We get the value. This is the value here in the console. So, and I hope you can see it well. Okay, so that's it. What's this guy's name? David.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so we have first name, we have last name, we have message. So we can just put them there like that. So it's going to since it's EX6, so there's no need for doing first name and then assigning to first name. No. So EX6 allows you to just do this shorthand and it will autofill it for you like that. So now what we want to do is we want to use the fetch API. What's it called? Fetch API. Fetch API method. It's actually a method on the Windows. So yeah. So fetch API. The first thing is it takes in the request URL. So our own is contacts, right? So since it's local to our server, since we're on the same what's it called? On the same server, so we can just easily do /contact. Then we should go. Or if you are targeting external API, of course you want to copy the link, just like google.com/users. Of course, you want to do something like that. You add the domain name and then slash the API endpoint you're targeting. So contact then it returns a promise. So yeah, you can use it .then to resolve it. Then let's say data, it's a function, so we return data. Let me not make this complex. So let's just do anonymous function data. This can be on a separate line to make it clean. Yeah. So what we want to do here is return data, right? Yeah, so return data. Then again, yes. So this is a success message now. So we can just say response res.json. Oh yeah, it's a function. Let's not let me not complicate this. It's a function. So res break it like this. Where are you? Come like this. So yeah, like that. So we can now say console.log. So so yeah, I think on our server we were returning don't forget a file. So we did res.send file. So after so that's what we're going to get here. We're going to bring in the entire file. So let's just do it like this. I'm sure after this we'll get the file directory, like the HTML file. So let's see. And of course you want to like put another parameter here. Forgive me. Sorry. Okay, so this is going to be an object. It's an object that I think it takes in method. The method is going to be post, of course. And then I think we have another one called content type. Application /JSON for it to know that we're sending a JSON file. And then is it body or I can't really say is it body? Now I'm not sure. I think this content type lives within the header. Header should be an object like this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not sure. Let's assume it's a JSON. Yeah, a JSON. So body takes in payload, I'm guessing. I'm not so sure. Yeah, of course, want to stringify this guy. JSON dot stringify. Thank you. Yeah, so so you should have done something like fetch on your front end before. Like should, if not, then you need to do it to understand this well. So what fetch does is it's basically for fetching stuff from APIs, just like your Axios and the likes. Yeah. So let's test it, please. We've been typing since. Okay. Okay. Fill something in. just pray we don't get this common error that says can't unexpected input here. Oh yeah, we have a response. Check that out. So yeah, we didn't specify the type of response. Wait, what is this? Let's see, body, readable stream, headers, okay, true, redirect for status. What is this, man? Okay, let me just so we have res, okay, so let's say res dot text. Yeah, let's get it as a text. So reload. So I'm sure if I just hit send, if I just hit submit, it's going to return a promise fulfilled. Oh yeah, I told you, see, we have the HTML page entity. We're having the HTML page because that's what we send out. That's what we are. So after processing everything, we said res.send file, right? So we sent a file instead of just sending maybe like a JSON object or so. We didn't send an object. So you can do this in two ways. So you can either like have it reload to the other page or fetch it this way. And then fetching it this way, of course, you don't want to be sending out a file. You would go to your contact page instead of sending out a file. Then, okay, so let's just comment this out. Respond with a file. So that's responded. That would respond with a file. So respond with an object. So yeah, so you can just say res.send or res.status, of course, set to 201. Let's say their data has been created. 201 status code is means created. So that's a status text also. So that's JSON, send back an object, say okay. So we can say okay equals to true, like we've been doing before. Then message, say, oh, okay, it should be false, right? False. Since they didn't fill in the right thing. So and this should be maybe, should we say 403 or 422? This 422 means unprocessable entity. Now we cannot process the system. Okay, yeah, so message should be input, let's just say bad inputs. Let's say please fill all fields. Yeah, let's just say that. So here too, instead of doing this, just say status 201 for created dot JSON. So the okay is true, and then okay is true, and then the message should be what? Thank okay message sent. Does that work? I think it does. Okay, so yeah, we get that. So after that, now we can test again. Now we are not sending. Oh, so for in our HTML, in our JavaScript part, so instead of doing res.text now, you can just say res.json. So it gets it as a JSON, like it gets it as a JSON object. So now let me hit send now, submit. Okay, so we have 422 error, unprocessable entity. Don't forget I specified 422 for the status number. So, and then we got this okay false. And then I don't understand why I getting promise fulfilled data JSON, JSON here. So is this how we do it? I think let's see from that side. Okay, so grab it. Yeah, this is it. So we all please fill all fields. So yeah, we can also choose to display those text um, on the form. Let's just display it somewhere. So we can have it under here, say P, so class, let's give it an ID. So ID, oh God, say message. So after doing that, just come here. We don't have an error field, so we just use this to. So we just do some basic check here. So say if. So here comes. Let's first bring in that message area. So document dot get elements by ID, right? I think we call it message. So if res dot OK. So don't forget here in the console we have an object with OK false. So if everything was processed successfully, it's going to return OK true. That's what we did on the API. If you check here, we have res status 201. What we are sending is OK true for here. So that's if everything is fine here, or if everything is not fine here, we send false. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with. So res.ok. So this is if it's true, then we'll just say message dot style dot color. So we set the color to green, right? And
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your trainer is having a bit of a technical issue, so just give us a moment, please.
All right. So we're rounding up now. So let me just quickly finish this. Can you guys see my screen, please?
Yes.
All right. So I think we've done like the hardest parts. So we just want to display the message on the form and have the user see it. So just display the message and clear out the input fields. That's what we're going to do now. So set the color to green, and then our message that's in text, set it to the rest dot message, the message that's coming from the server. So that's what we do for the, yeah, paste it. So the same thing for else, except the color won't be the same. So the color is going to be red. So if res.ok is true, that's if everything was successful, we send them the message and then style the message color to be green. But if res.ok is false, we send them the message that comes there. I'm sure the message is going to be like, we set the message, right? We set it ourselves. So we just tell the color to be red, so they know that something is wrong. Okay, so put this here. Let's send it like this. Please fill all fields. Yeah, so we get that there. Of course, we want to style the font too. So yeah, this is just it. Font size. Notice there's nothing like space here. So in JavaScript, there's no space. You can't put space there or dash. It's going to be always camel case. So everything is camel case. Font size, the S is uppercase. So refresh again to make sure we have the updated version. Click submit. Please, wow, that's bad. Is there, okay, I think there's an error somewhere. So, but then there's an error, okay. I will resolve that. Okay, yeah. So it's because of the error. That's why JavaScript couldn't execute. Okay, so let me just fill in the right thing this time. So hello world, hit submit. Please fill all fields. I'm sure we configure this well. Let's see. Please fill all fields, else. Okay, true. Say sent. Sorry, my bad. So log res, okay. Yeah. Reload. So open the console first. This form is not okay. Hit send. Go false. Okay. Type in something here. Hit send again. Still the same thing. So even if everything is fine here. So yeah, just check, quick check on the payload. So header post content type. So let's log payload to be sure we're sending the right thing. check. Let's type in some random name, message, submit. Check the console. Object, first name, last name, everything is fine here. So the problem is coming from the server. So, okay. So since we've exhausted our time, I think we are going to be doing the rest maybe also on the next next class. Let's be sure. Getting an empty object, I think that's why. So the problem is from here, I mean from the index. So fetch, post, body, isn't it body? Is it data? Come on. Body. Not sure. I doubt it. Let's see. So Mr. IK, forgive me. Coming. So come here. Okay, so method post mode headers. Okay. Body, yeah. Oh, we're not doing anything wrong here. Headers, we have mode. Okay, we've exhausted our time. So, Mr. Ike.
Yeah.
Except you want to give us, like minutes.
Yeah, we're really out of time.
All right, so time is not on our side. So, guys, I think header. Oh, wait, headers. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I think the problem is from the headers. Yeah. So I think let's see. Let me just quickly post. Yeah. So the problem is from the headers. As you guys can see, it has worked. So I didn't spell the header well. So I wrote header instead of headers. So yeah, everything worked perfectly. So we are done here. Let's double check again. So we'll go false. If we put in the value, if we put in a name, we get message sent. Okay. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We'll just we'll continue from where we stop next time. So I'll just stop sharing my screen now. Do you guys have any question? Please, maybe we can just well, if you have any question, just ask, drop it in the Ask a Mentor channel. So yeah, Mr. Ike, please.